Welcome back, everybody. My name is Eltimar, and I think I have a cashew stuck in my throat, but we are playing Pillars of Eternity. I definitely have a cashew stuck in my throat. It's tickly. Alright, where we left off last time, we had just finished Pallegina's quest. We told her to make that trade agreement, and then as her world was falling around her, we told her to shut her mouth and get on with things, because that is the great kind of friend we are. And now we're ready to go. We're going to move on with things. So, I think we're going to keep Pallegina. She cannot use head armor, much like our other person, but what she can use is probably some items. Let's take a look here. Let's give her a belt. Let's give her some... Those are useless for her. We're sturdy. She can't get knocked down as easily. Alright, we'll give her that for now. Defense against spells, sure, that sounds good. What was her cloak? Just a normal cape, which is garbage, so throw that in there. Movement rate bonus, no, I'll give her that other one. Rings. We have no rings for her. Well, that's a little unfortunate, but regardless, yes. We now have a new paladin. Why are we not bringing Grieving Mother along, you might be asking? We have a lot of ranged DPS now. And we could use a two-hand weapon fighter. Yes, rogues are better. I know. I really know that rogues are better at melee damage. Actually, they're even better at range damage too. But regardless, we now have Pallegina, who is pretty good at staying alive as well. So, always a good plus. So she's using a greatsword, right? She already has that skill, I'm hoping. Yes, she does. Excellent. So let's give her... She doesn't have two-handed style? Really? You don't have... So let's give her a bunch more damage. She could definitely use that. And we're off. Not this way, though. We're going to go to the store. I want to see if there's anything that we can... buy Pallegina to make her life a little better. And our whole group, actually, because we have just boatloads of money. And we have tons of stuff to sell anyway, so we might as well go sell that too. Alright. Also, something has happened here. What happened here? Major event completed, we got some spoils and some money, nothing new to report, and then it was payday. We spent a bunch of money on our people. We still have tons of money though.
Estramore.
Alright, so this is armor. I don't think there's anything good that we needed. What I will do... Let's sell some stuff though. Let's do Aura of Breathing Flame, right? Forgiveness is a pistol. Fine robe, we'll sell that off. Larder door, we can sell that off finally. Reflexes. Leave those for now because I don't know if I want them or not. We'll keep Clad Halieth for now. We'll sell the Fine Large Shield. We'll sell Ayla Brekaya. Keep the necklace. We'll keep that for now. What's Defiance? Oh, it gets charged confused. It's only usable by rangers. We don't have any rangers around. Except for the one that sits in our keep. So there's no real point. And where's our stash? Sell that. Keep that. Sell that. We'll keep that, I think. The question I gotta ask myself is why? Why would I keep this? Is this any good? It's not that good. We're not gonna be using it. So do I sell it? Yeah. Now we just have tons and tons of normal items. Look at this. We could literally supply an entire army with spears and shields and swords. And bows. Alright. Now we're getting back to things that are good. So Arbicus, we can get... Oh, God. What have I done? There we go. We'll keep that for now. Fine battle axe, we can definitely get rid of. Normal shield, normal shield. Fine S-stock, that's fine. Go away. That's good. We have those spells. I don't think we have that one. Oh no, we do. We did have that one. Oh, that was something special. Prey Maker. We'll keep that, because I don't know if it's better than what we have. Alright. Now we have armor to go through as well. A lost other armor, we're going to finally get rid of it. There's no point. Same as Saints War armor. It's just not good anymore. We'll keep the Bade Golan for now. Might be worth something. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we should just get rid of it. All of this junk can go away. And get rid of all this. And in fact, get rid of that too. So we just made 16,000 gold selling junk that we didn't need. Oh god, why is there so much stuff? Water hoods look kind of cool though. Oh well. Alright, another 340. So she has tons of stuff now. We could have fielded a full army. But ultimately she had nothing that we needed. So let's move on to the next shopkeeper.
Many blessings, traveler.
Alright. Now we might be able to find something good. So, Bleska's Labor is a club that gives accuracy. Accuracy when attacking the same target as an ally, draining, and it is superb. Which is actually really nice. Ow. Goddamn sneezes. So, that is pretty nice. Starcaller. Grazes to hits. Attacks can stun on crits. Spell striking. Minor missiles. That's actually kind of sweet. And an exceptional weapon. Pretty decent. -5 defenses on hit. It's faster. And it does more damage. It's exceptional. Decent. Not awesome though. Anything else? Not really. Except for this. What is this? Medium armor does resolve. Extra damage reduction. It's not particularly great. Lost Meadow Mail gives regeneration of +1 endurance. I don't know how often that is, so I don't know if it's any good or not. Although they do have exceptional plate armor, which might be good for Pallegina. And we can put other things on it. It costs a bunch, but not compared to how much we have for money. What's a Helmet of Dark Sea? No, perception, okay. We'll ponder that.
Yes.
We'll ponder that. No, don't steal things.
Hail, Estamor.
What do you got again? Camping supplies? I'll take camping supplies. You only have one? What kind of store are you running here?
Hail, Estramor.
And... diamonds, eh? Do you have any rubies? You do have rubies. But that only makes things exceptional. Which is fine. What's Adroban exactly? It's cheap, whatever it is. Sapphires are more expensive than rubies, but I don't think we need them for enchanting anything, except maybe armor. We haven't actually looked at the armor enchantments in a long time. We can make this a might. That wasn't a very good. Cashew. Oh well. Now we can make it proof of something, or we can just give it quality up. We need Agile Dragon Scale. We have emeralds already. And we have Admeth's Word, so that's good. Sapphires are for upgrading armor, I see. Is it worth it though? It might be temporarily. +4 damage reduction is pretty impressive. You know what? Let's do it.
Builder's wisdom to you.
Let's go buy some sapphires. I'll buy all your rubies too, why not? We have lots of money. Less now, but we still have lots of money. Let's give us some exceptional armor for now. Now our DR is even higher. +4 damage reduction. He's using the Crucible Knight armor straight up. I actually think the exceptional plate is better, so we're gonna go pick that up too.
Many blessings, traveler.
Let's go pick up the exceptional plate. It is better, right? Yes. Because I think the Crucible Knight armor is only fine. Where's the exceptional armor? It's already up to exceptional for us. We don't actually have to spend money on it. And there we go. Looks pretty fancy as well. He's a better helmet though. Doesn't look as cool as him. And what's this? Fine plate armor. We could just make it exceptional. Why not? We're already here. Fine, plate armor that's exceptional. Excellent. We can make it of might, which I think is a good choice. It costs a diamond though. And a primal wind. And some pilgrim's crown. It is +2 might though, so yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go buy some diamonds. You had diamonds, right? Yes, you do. Good, excellent. Give me those. I'll take those off your hand for you. We're gonna make our characters better. So there we go. Exceptional of might. What else can I do to this? Can I make this? Wait, how much does it have left? So 6 out of 12. So we can still do some enchantments to it. We can make this one of might as well. What else is this primal wind? I wonder where we get that from. I'm sure we can buy it somewhere. Might is worth it, I think. There we go. Alright. Now how are we looking? 17 might, pretty good. 19 might, really good. 14 might, mediocre. 17 might, really good. 15 and 12. We're all level 10. We spent a bunch of gold. We're now down to 52,000. Which is still a lot of gold, arguably. Alright, that is enough cashews. It's time to focus on playing. And less on eating cashews and enchanting things. So, we're off. Where are we going again? Right, pray to the gods. And we have to go to the burial isle. What else do we have to do? We have to bring the spark to Firga. Where's Firga again? Oh, right, we have to go back to... I know where it is, sort of. She was way over here somewhere. I think she was for Black Meadow? I might actually have to look up where Firga is. I don't remember. Regardless, let's go to Elm's Reach. Maybe I'll quickly figure out where Firga is. Oh, I tried to shift tab while it's loading. It doesn't like that. Ah, there we go. Alright, web browser. Pillars. I really just want to know where she is because I don't want to go searching around forever. Firga. She's in First Fires. Okay, awesome. Oh, right, I know where she is. Okay. Okay, let's go talk to these things first. I wonder if we can upgrade guns. I know I said I was going to stop doing this, but I'm just curious. I can make it exceptional. Look at that. I can also give it some slaying things. I wonder what ogres count as.
Right away.
Alright, let's go in. We have to go talk to the gods to get permission to do stuff. Okay. Let's go open one of these. Book of the Hunt, Focus and Efficiency, Sermon of the Struggle, oh my god, we're gonna spend like 8 hours reading these things. Who has room in their inventory for all the books? You do. Alright, let's go read all the books. Who are you? Wait, no. Kana has to carry all of this.
Well? Yes?
Kana is also our lore master, so it makes sense that he would carry them. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, guys. I'm gonna take that too. I don't know what I did, but that's okay. Alright. Let's get to reading. Book of the Hunt. When my students ask to be taught the way of Gallowayne, I tell them they have already failed. Does one ask a deer to present itself as dinner? Of course not. One must outwit, outmaneuver, and overpower the deer if one dreams of venison. So it is with the seeker god, and to ask a question is weakness and idle indecision. To seek answers is to understand, and to become one with Gallowayne. Survival begins with the strength from within. But I only strike my students when they ask the second stupid question, for all of us begin young and weak. It is a point fact, and not one of shame, and a central tenet to Gallowayne's teaching. Perseverance and cleverness are prized by Gallowayne above brute force, a fact my young pups often forget. It is right and proper that the strong lead the weak, and it is equally proper that the strong be continually tested until the balance changes. Gallowayne celebrates the strength of the victor and the prowess of the well-fed predator, but above all, the clever hound celebrates the transformative nature of strength. Gallowayne's greatest desire for us is that prey becomes predator, mewling babes grow into strong hunters, and the lost find their own enlightenment. This philosophy is best exemplified with the rites of the Anemphatha of... Oh my god, I can't speak. Anemphatha of Ir Glenfath. When one of the Glenfathan spiritual leaders is old and nearing death, it is customary to enter the woods and confront Gallowayne's herald. If the seeker god finds that the Anemphath's life, deeds, and soul is worthy, the reward is a quick death, and his soul joins Gallowayne's pack. If deemed unworthy, the Anemphath is killed, his soul forced to find its own way to the next life, and his memory erased from the records of the tribe. Survival begins with the strength from within, and weak leaders endanger the whole pack. This is Gallowayne at his purest. Even at the end of life, one must struggle for worthiness, for greatness, just as one must struggle every day to feed his pack. The seeker god is easy to understand if one actively engages in the quest for knowledge, but his secrets are self-occluding to those who merely ask, souring knowledge without the requisite hunt. My own flesh and blood once asked me, "Will learning to hunt please Gallowayne?" I told him yes, but added Gallowayne would prefer that you hunt to learn. Excellent. Good job. Excerpts from the Sermon of Struggle. Oh, another long one. Choice is a luxury we earn through peace. Struggle is our fundamental nature. Even when our war banners sit idle, mankind ferments strife. Friends argue with fists, lovers kindle jealousies, merchants compete with lies. Wherever mankind goes, struggle follows. Magran is a goddess of fire and war, not bloodshed and conquest, though many in Red Ceres would tell it differently. How bitter they must be that Magran's priests were able to destroy a god made manifest. How bitter indeed. We who worship Magran are not addled barbarians or cloistered mystics. We are soldiers, armorers, watchmen, and bodyguards, artisans of conflict and protectors of our families and flags. We do not salivate for battle. We view war as unwelcome, but struggle is our fundamental nature. We do not pray for strife, we pray for the wisdom to resolve it quickly. We do not wish for war, but when it inevitably must be fought, we find divine ecstasy in discipline, efficiency, and excellence. Magran guide us to the battle that is just and fair. Let us be your fire that burns away the profane, leaving only the righteous. The struggle is our fundamental nature. Let victory be our inevitable state of grace. The Midwife's Memoirs. My mother lived every note of life's song. Bringing me into this world was her last verse. For this my father scorned me and abandoned me, and for this that very same fact my town's midwife, an adherent of Hylia, raised me as her own. When I came of age, I learned that Hylia visits us on the screams of women in childbirth, and when a woman dies giving life to her child, her soul is carried away and reborn as the avian attendant of Hylia's court. Though the miracle of the Queen of Birds Through the miracle of the Queen of Birds, my mother has been with me, watching over me my whole life. I wear the fetish charms of the cloud singer, the bird I dreamt my mother became. My feathery trinkets look gaudy and unbecoming, but it is a signifier to women in need that I am a trained midwife. Blessed by Hylia, and living every note of life's song, the Queen of Birds wills us to shepherd new life into the world, and not to, as the other gods so often desire, end it. A follower of Magron once mocked my faith, saying I worship paintbrushes and birds, piddling things beneath the gods. I do not resent the other gods and the brutal necessities that they must oversee, but it is not language, love, the arts, and creativity that which separates us from simple beasts. Hylia allows us to rise above our savage, feral selves. I'm often amused that upon seeking our holy aviaries, visitors frequently ask, "This is nice, but where's the real temple of Hylia?" Perhaps they think hollowed ground requires impressive stoneworks and ceilings that hide the sky. They do not realize that the bird queen stands not on ceremony. She makes herself manifest in the music of birds and the beauty of the ubiquitous open sky. Hylia prefers worship of 2 children, singing over 1,000 petitioners silently praying for victory. The Sky Mother asks so little of us, yet so much. We are charged to live every note of life's song. It surprises me how many fail to embrace this divine calling. That's not really my character's style. Magran is the closest so far. Dear sisters, do you still remember when your first deliverance, when you strangled your first wrongdoer? Did you see the moment when life became death? Could you see the instance when your victim realized that Wadaka forgets nothing? When Wadaka takes back her throne, you will face her with pride, knowing that you have held to your own oaths, or will you be among the word breakers? Wadaka teaches vengeance and memory, and while she is in exile, we must be your eyes and ears. We already read this. Actually, we definitely have read that one before. Daily affirmations and focus and efficiency. 1. All errors can be reforged into lessons. Abedon rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself. So long as the soul is dedicated to the task. Work hard, work well. Abedon demands service. Only honest labor and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your first intentions are pure. All ignorance can be reforged into knowledge. Master your craft, excel at what you've been trusted to do. Do not offend your teacher by remaining a student forever. Each generation must forge its successors. Teach your trade to all who are willing to learn, and in doing so, multiply the fruits of your knowledge. All difficulties can be reforged into triumphs. Meet strife with humility and acceptance. Let adversity temper the end god of your will, and you will never shatter. Embrace your station and fulfill the duties of your rank, and not meddle in the affairs of your betters. All guilds fail at their weakest link. All loss can be reforged into strength. Profitable work heals all emptiness. So long as you have the tools of your trade, you will always begin to forge wealth anew. Value the works of others, and they value your works in return. Share the harvest with the hungry, and your tools with the destitute. All souls can be reforged into whatever we will. Hard work is not exclusive to life. Death is no time for complacency. Commit yourself to excellence in this cycle and the next. That's very efficient, very Borg-like. The many faces of Barath. How fitting that we know the god of cycles, doorways, morality, and inevitability as Barath, while the Valians know the same god as Serono. For if nothing else, Barath teaches us that duality exists in all things. There is life and death, death and life. Embrace this duality and you honor Barath. In the ruins of Irglenfath, Barath is depicted in the form of 2 semi-skeletal figures, one male, one female. Bunin I Anku and Anku I Bunin, literally life and death and life in the Glenfathan language. Male and female, inside and outside, life and death. We often think of Barath by imagining 2 sides of a coin or the 2 endpoints of a journey. It is said that Barath has the most petitioners of every god, and this is likely true. Who among us has not prayed for the cycle to hiccup? Who has not, in a moment of sadness, yelled to Barath to make an exception for our fallen loved ones? Barath may not rescue our loved ones, but it answers our prayers in its own divine way. Barath is the god that makes life end in death, and it is also the god that makes death end in life. Barath, Serono, Buin, I Anku, Anku, I Bunin, whichever of the many names you prefer to use, deserves our prayers, for it has given us the promise of life's eternal renewal. I don't know if I like Barath. Mrs. of the Hand Occult. Dearest brother, or was it sister? May this letter find you in well spirits. A man of thuggish bearing stormed into my library the other day, demanded I help him find a book on the construction of an arbicus. I thought it a proper service to wail to steer this man towards an illuminated manuscript on the subject of whittling toy soldiers and other miniature props. Unamused by my solution, I shrugged and said, "What is an answer without a question?" He did not find my spiritual rhetoric helpful or amusing, and so he punched out 2 of my teeth. I trust your summer has been less tumultuous than mine. In more ways, my apprentice claims she saw the eyeless face in a dream the other night. I admit I was so mad with her, I was so mad with envy that I first refused to believe her. Whale, forgive me for such a lapse in judgment. She described an Amoa of brilliant blue hues with a featureless face surrounded by a swarm of eyes, no two eyes alike. She claims Whale ignored her questions, and she can't recall any specifics of what was said. In fact, my apprentice seems to have forgotten many things since the visitation. She could not tell me where she grew up or what she liked to eat. At first I was so envious of her for having seen Whale with her own eyes, but it seems Whale's visit was to conceal, not to illuminate. I pray she endures this test of faith and can look back on the event and feel the joy of mystery. What is an answer without a question? Last week I felt the solution was ignorance, but after Whale's visit I feel a road without length is closer to capturing the riddle. I worry my apprentice will look back at her visit from Whale and feel cheated, robbed of some moment of clarity we all thought we were owed when we first joined. I tried to tell her she was lucky, but she is too young to understand. What is an answer without a question? May I be dead and my soul scattered to the winds before anyone knows for certain. 4 more books to go. Final Journal of Jonas. My son, tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Skane's embodiment on Eora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. For months we met by secret conclave to plot our landlord's demise, all the while working the fields as if our hearts were content. Skane teaches us to plot with a mind while keeping one's face impassive. Inscrutable, fair fights are for those with armies. The quiet slave is our whetstone, our focus. In his worship, our cause finds focus, clarity, and possibility. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. By the time you read this, I will be dead. I pray Skane does not abandon me for speaking of my plotting, but a son deserves to know how his father died, for I have volunteered to become the effigy. Skane will inhabit my body, using this old farmer's simple flesh as a puppet of godly rage. I have been shaved and anointed. Tomorrow morning, I will be your father in name only, as my manhood will be removed, my nose and ears removed, and my useless mortal eyes will be replaced with flint stones, through which Skane might see the world. My son, I am sorry for the lies I have told you the past few seasons, but Skane demands secrecy. Even your mother knows nothing of my fervent service to the quiet slave. Curse my name if you must, but never weep for me, for I die for the betterment of our community, to smite our lord's corruption from the face of Eora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip, for tomorrow I become the effigy. Interesting. The enigmatic god of cold. Young students are often confused by Barath and Rimgrand's seemingly overlapping roles in holding dominion over death. Barath oversees the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Rimgrand oversees the cold, destructive acts of death for itself. This difference is often difficult for novices to appreciate until they've lost a loved one and endured absence for a time. It is Barath that determines we will be reborn just as certainly as we will die, but Rimgrand is the executioner's axe. Rimgrand shows us that all life ends in stillness. I need only show them the symbol of Rimgrand, the bone-white aurochs skull found carved within the most ancient of Engwithan ruins. It is a symbol of death and doom in every culture. Any child with 4 winters under his belt needs no introduction to this ancient symbol. Rimgrand embodies not just death, but all manifestations of collapse, be they famine, plague, or simple bad luck. Rimgrand is a primal god, silent and inscrutable as death itself. He makes himself known with his passing, not by proclamation. There are innumerable stories of the god's terrifying passage through the lands of Eora. When the beast of winter stirs, bitter winds and beastly howling follow the creature's every move. Wherever this beast plants a hoof, all life withers into dust. The faithful of Rimgrand insist that even another god's life can end in stillness. They claim the other god must flee from the beast of winter's mastery over death, but we know not if this boasts hold true. Though the beast of winter is shrouded in snowy clouds, those who have seen the shaggy white monster claim that the souls of the fallen can be seen clinging, or perhaps frozen to the beast's fur. The dwarves of the boreal south have numerous stories that tell of a similar plot. A brash hero seeks out the beast of winter to rescue the souls trapped in his fur. These tales never end well, for even if the hero saves his beloved soul, the hero dies in the process, for it is not a proper tale of Rimgrand unless the hero's life ends in stillness. I like Rimgrand. He's pretty cool. Another one. Sing, O ocean waves, of Andra's sorrow, of her unrequited love for the unattainable moon. Sing of the ocean's sorrow, that we might forget our own. Each day the tides reenact Andra's longing for the great... We've already read this one. We've read this one way back in the beginning of the game. So, she is the ocean goddess. She wants the moon. 10 years of dawn. This is Waidwin. 10 years I tilled the vorless leaf. 10 years I told myself that living in St. Waidwin's footsteps would bring me rebirth. Each day at dawn I'd pray. Oh no, we already read this one too. We definitely did this one. So we've already done that one as well. Alright, so which god are we going to choose? I don't know, I guess we have to go talk to this thing. Oh, we're at half an hour. So, we are going to end the video here. In the next video, we will choose our deity of choice. I'm not really sure who I want to do yet, so like always, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.